Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking
studios
on this motherfucking
video.
Welcome, one and all, to the Some Film Snobs Podcast, with your hosts, Sean Reinert, Matthew Smith, and Jacob Ramos. With our special guest, Nobody. And here's your host, the Snobs.
Hi, my name is Matt Smith, and welcome to Some Film Snobs Podcast, episode 2.
Wait, we're starting?
Yeah, we're starting, I guess. I have no idea.
I thought everybody said they were good.
I thought Sean said he was eating a pizza.
I am.
He is.
Well, I didn't know you were recording.
I'm a
did say you were recording.
I'm a real professional, Jacob.
Sean, you know how professional Sean is. Please don't do that, Sean. I do not want to repeat the pizza ASMR from Home Alone 4.
Oh, the fucking Parmesan.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Sean, you have the topic list. What are the topics for today?
Okay. So, just give me a second. Okay. So, we're going to be doing a couple movie reviews. One movie Matt has not seen, which I'm shocked he hasn't seen, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, of course.
Some movie news, some overreactions to trailers, and stuff like that, and then we're going to end off with some more minor news. So, who wants to start talking about what movies they've watched, or what movie they want to review? Jacob, you want to talk about like yesterday?
Yeah, because I know you just want to enjoy your pizza slice while us talk. I mean,
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, so I saw yesterday the movie with the Beatles music, yeah, that you see all the ads for, but most people probably didn't see because all they care about is their Marvel schlock.
I mean, listen, Bohemian Rhapsody made over almost $1 billion in box office. So
Yeah, but that was well advertised.
Yeah.
good point. I wish Rocket Man was as well advertised.
Because Brian May wouldn't have it otherwise. But anyway.
Hey, listen, Brian May made a smart decision advertising that movie.
Alright.
Rocket Man should have been as well advertised.
Alright, let Jacob speak.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where I don't have much to say about. It was really, really good though. Like I really enjoyed it. Has a very emotional story at the core, and of course the Beatles music's it's Beatles music. It's fucking genius. So
Now from
well, I guess I'll explain the concept for a little bit. So basically, like they still don't even explain it in the movie, but
really?
there's so in the movie there's just a random blackout for 12 seconds, and at the end of the blackout, certain things just don't exist anymore throughout history, and the Beatles are one of those things. Also, Coca-Cola and cigarettes, like those things are gone.
No!
It's just weird.
Wait, Coca-Cola? Does that mean Pepsi's the only thing left?
Yeah, Pepsi is the only thing. And there's like an ongoing joke about that in the movie. Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
is
okay with
that some sort of like secret Pepsi marketing? Like,
Probably.
Maybe. Probably. Yeah,
Honestly,
it's
I'd be
revenge.
okay if
It's
either,
revenge.
because
It's revenge because remember Coke wins?
I
Matt,
remember Coke wins. I remember Coke wins.
I'll explain it to you later, Jacob, but
God damn it, JonTron. That's how I know it, because it's a JonTron video about
Coke
games.
wins.
because like in the movie, it's like really funny the way they set it up. So like he just randomly asks his mom, or like his mom brings up a Pepsi, and he asks her,
All I wanted
"Do we
was a
do we have
Pepsi.
any Coke in the house?" And she's like, "What?" And then he Googles Coke, and first thing that pops up is Pablo Escobar instead of like the soda drink.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, it's pretty fucking
So-
funny.
I gotta see it, though. I really have to see it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see
it's a
it.
really good movie.
I just, because I wanted to see it because it has all the Beatles music, and I love the Beatles. As much as I love
there
all
was,
these other
like,
bands.
There was a little bit of controversy with the movie because like people were like confused about the concept, and like a lot of music critics were making fun of the concept for being, you know, like too like out of the like, oh, if the Beatles didn't exist, then how would we have all these other artists and stuff like that? And
Wait, there was controversy
with music people. Yeah, it was
Really?
it was a stupid controversy.
Oh Christ. Okay, for the morons
Shut
out
your
there,
mouth,
let me
Anthony
explain
Fantano.
Let me explain this very simply. This is an alternate universe. The Beatles didn't exist. Their songs didn't exist, but someone with the same sound as the Beatles existed.
Boom.
There you go. That's all you need.
Anyway.
Yeah, and like even that criticism, if you watch the movie, I don't think it's that big of a problem. Because like by the it's like this is a spoiler without a spoiler. By the end, it's basically saying like you shouldn't like live off of the work of others and try to live your own.
That's what I
thing,
thought the movie
whatever.
was gonna be about.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So it was like basically like, and like there's
I
these
wanna-
two important characters about saying how they thank him.
What? Oh, god damn it. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Asshole. Shit. Fuck. Of course, in the middle of our goddamn podcast, Discord has to freak out, of course. Fuck me in the ass.
Or if you don't start.
Oh, shit. Okay, I was... Fucking Discord freaked out, and... Oh, what the...
What happened?
It keeps freaking out.
Oh God.
Fucking stop. What were you saying, Jacob?
Oh no, I was finished.
Okay.
I just pretty much. Well, I guess I could just say the thing I briefly told you guys. It was a really good movie, but it's one of those movies that you can't really see yourself watching more than once. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Like
Moving
if it's on TV or something, I'll probably watch it. But like, it's not
Yeah.
something that I loved that much that I'd like.
It's not something you would, yeah. Well, I mean, by the time I get to it, it'll probably be on DVD or something.
Oh yeah, you know it's gonna be pretty out on DVD pretty quick because yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
Sad
it
truth.
wasn't an Endgame.
Anyway,
speaking
Your
of
turn, Sean.
speaking of the commercial success of Endgame, there was like an extremely funny meme where it was like what the meme of like Obama putting the medal on himself, and it was like Disney.
I know what you're going with.
When they beat Avatar.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I just wish that Disney didn't like buy 20th Century Fox. I wish they just bought all the Marvel and Lucas properties, because then we'd still have 20th Century Fox as a separate company.
Matt,
and the victory
you don't
would be
understand
so
Disney.
weird. You're right, I
Modern
understand
Disney.
You're right, I don't.
Disney
I don't
under
want-
Iger is nothing but greed, and while Disney has always been nothing but greed, this is like the most extreme case of Disney greed.
And I thought Michael Eisner was supposed to be bad.
No.
Whoops. Michael Eisner, come back!
Oh, yeah, it was
Mikey,
like,
baby, we miss you!
At least
Like,
films
kidding
under
a
him
little
were
bit.
original. But anyway.
Like there's been like great Reddit memes about what you said too, Sean, where it's like the Thanos thing, where they're like, "Did you beat Avatar? What did it take?" And then they're like re-release and and all this.
No, I saw one where it was like, what did it take? And it was like, Tony.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
Well, anyway,
Speaking of
So-
remakes that were unnecessary.
wait, are we moving on?
I mean, are we done?
Yeah.
What
We're
were
Oh,
good.
okay.
I thought we were going to continue doing movie reviews.
That's what we're doing.
They're good, because I would have lost.
The
I
Lion
forgot
King.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you saw that.
I saw it with family, which was nice. I love my family. I love going to the theater with family, but good God. Couldn't this movie have been more original? You know what I'm trying to say. This
Just
remake,
show them add something new.
this movie's really starting to make me think that the 1998 Psycho remake was a goddamn prophecy.
Yeah, no, it was.
Well, okay. I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can.
Wait. So you're saying this is like literally shot for shot? Like
No,
the
no.
1998 Psycho remake?
Thank God.
Not shot for shot, but it comes close in some areas. Especially like the first 3 minutes, you know, when Sip was born and all that. But like, it's literally shot for shot, or they like recreate it.
Oh, I can't wait for the shot-for-shot remake of Lion King 1.5.
Anyway.
And Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And Lion King 3, Simba has a...
Simba dies Anyway,
Simba has a sprained foot and dies.
But like, okay, I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can, because while I think, for the most part, it looks pretty good visually, if you break it down, it's basically the same story, but it's actually downgraded a little bit because of certain elements. Okay, so let me just talk visuals real quick. I think why the original works so well is because you can tell there was a huge amount of work put into each and every single frame.
Yeah,
like
it's also very.
I was watching the I Just Can't Wait to Be King sequence because I have the movie like as a digital backup, and
Nice.
it's so colorful, it's so pretty, it's dynamic, there's technique. You can tell there was like hours and hours of work put into it. When the sequence in the live action remake just kind of felt like some guy sitting at a computer waiting for something to render while he's looking at his phone.
I do have to
Like-
ask
That
you a
was exactly
question.
what I was like telling one of my friends the other day. I was saying like it was like, "Look, think about how much work goes into making it look real," and then I was just like, "You do know they drew every single frame, right? And back in the day."
But like, okay, it's not to
And then I was
it's-
telling but I was saying like now it's just like you get the model of the thing and then you make
Yeah.
it do whatever you want.
That's
like
true.
I'm not discrediting visual effects artists. I think
Yeah,
they
no.
can do like great work, but
Yes.
here it just felt so like
Bland.
so realistic. It came across as bland. Like,
I was gonna at some point. I have a topic I want to talk about.
well, I'm just gonna go over a couple things because I have a bunch of notes
Go
here,
ahead,
and
go ahead,
I
go
think
ahead,
it's
go ahead.
important to get
Go ahead.
my points across. So, story elements that are borrowed from the original are like changed and are like made for the worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't think a lot of it is intentional, but I do think some of it was like, wow, really? They made like Mufasa's death, right? Was like this huge dramatic like turning point that you took seriously no matter fucking what. And they tried doing that in the remake. Like visually, like they tried making it like, you know, the animated version and all that, but the thing is, because it was like this really realistic looking, you know, setting, it came across as incredibly cheesy, like laughably cheesy, and it felt like there was no emotion whatsoever. Like,
This is what I heard from Chris Stuckman.
really? Did he say that? Too? I haven't.
He was basically saying that in the animated version in that scene, you see Simba like he has so much emotion on his face when Scar basically kills his dad,
Yeah, but like,
and then in this version, it's just like it just looks like a real lion opening his mouth.
but even like the acting is purposely dramatic for the animated version, and it works in its favor. Here, it doesn't work in its favor at all. Like, they have, I don't know who this kid actor is doing young Simba, but like he does this no scream, and it's so pathetic. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like around like a bunch of people, and I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of like, oh god, oh no, like, you fucked up the major turning point of the story. How the hell did you do
that's when
that?
The journey.
That's literally where I think the real shit begins. Like,
That's where the real shit starts.
how the fuck do you
This
screw
word
that
went
up?
down
Oh yeah,
This
it's
is the
when he
turning
goes
point.
from the naive little kid to becoming a king.
Yeah,
It's like the start of that part of the story.
yeah. Like, even like minor things, like the hyenas were changed. Like, it isn't just like 3 really memorable hyenas. Like, what was it? It was Whoopi Goldberg was one of them in the
Yeah.
original, along with like Cheech Marin. Yeah,
Oh,
that Cheech Marin. Anyway.
Ooh, I like that already. That was something I was excited. That was the only thing I liked is the casting in the remake for the most part. That's the one
Well,
thing
wait,
I
okay,
kinda liked.
okay.
Well,
Well,
was Beyonce.
I was gonna say, well, I think the casting's good. A lot of it was just taken from the old script.
Oh, great. So,
A lot of it, like word for word, most of it.
oh god, it reminds me of the movie Overboard.
The only things
The
that
remake.
were really different were really the hyenas, because like Eric Andre was a hyena, and he was like the only one that was kind of funny. And even
That's
then,
a shame.
he sounded like he gave less of a shit. because
he just wanted to say, I will not let you. I will not let you see my channels. He wanted to do something like that. I'm sorry, that's the first thing that popped in my mind.
That's literally what I was gonna say too. Like with Eric Andre, you can't restrict him at all. You can't restrict Eric Andre, and when you restrict Eric Andre,
he wanted to yell at a woman in a suitcase for no reason, and he wanted some random woman to throw a bag of feces at him. Sorry, these are
Jacob,
some of the
you
Eric
have no
Andre's
context to all this. I just realized that. But like,
Eric Andre is television's
actually in my notes I
strangest comedian.
I described the voice cast as kind of sounding like a fan reading.
Huh.
And I think that's incredibly true in a lot of cases. Timon and Pumbaa, like, it was Seth Rogen and someone else.
Yeah.
It's just Seth Rogen being Seth Rogen. Didn't feel like Pumbaa. Yeah, he had to laugh. Here's the thing, like, every movie Seth Rogen's in, I always have like a wait until the laugh moment. Because he has that very unique laugh about him.
Laugh, yeah.
And it makes me laugh every time because of how unique it is. But
I don't know. For that, regardless of the fact that it's a remake, I don't know if I could even watch a movie with realistic looking animals like talking.
It's just that, I think it looked pretty. There was parts that really looked awesome, and I'm like, wow, this looks great.
Boys, I sat through
It's too bad it couldn't go to anything more original.
I sat through Underdog. I think I could handle this.
Oh god. But like, I guess I still have just a couple more things to go. Not too much more. But the music, for the most part, sounded exactly the same, except the only things that were different. I think the only songs that were different were Can You Feel the Love Tonight and The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Like, Can You Feel the Love Tonight was just a little more, like, less early 90s Elton John. I'm not saying
one of the funnier things I heard about that song in this movie is that it's daytime now.
Oh yeah, it's daytime. And The Lion Sleeps Tonight, they did like a fuck. What's that genre that stupid band Pentatonics is known for? You know what I mean. Where they're just doing every instrument with their mouths.
Acapella.
Acapella. I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart there, but yeah, that actually sounded really fucking good.
Well, that's good.
And then, but all of it was just the same. And the one difference I think that really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Is the final battle sequence.
Oh.
Here's the thing. The final battle sequence in the original was this incredibly personal, deep scene. Simba and his uncle. It's just them. That's all you need. But they made it way less effective here, and they really dumbed it down.
Wow.
And they, a lot of the things they added took away from, the internal...
Or did they add, armies of fucking animals? Oh,
they did!
Big awesome... Oh, God.
They did! They, had the hyenas fight all the other lions, and they, showed that, and I'm like, that's not, okay... Here's the thing, the original, I believe it was just Timon and Pumbaa fighting the hyenas. But it was just a funny side thing. It wasn't like this trying to be Lord of the Rings thing.
Well, Lord of the Rings didn't... the movies...
Okay, it's not that it's not that level, but that's what I thought of when I, sat there. But, all that takes away from, the internal, external power struggle between these two characters. And any sort of emotional tie is just eradicated. It's just gone. I felt nothing. In the original, it's just holy shit, this is intense. Ugh. And this is the last thing.
Alright.
I think there's a new Disney logo. And it's ugly. It's ugly. And magic.
I would disagree.
Okay, I don't know if it's their permanent thing, but maybe it's an experiment. But let me just say, it's ugly, it's magicless, throw it in the fucking garbage, and keep what you had, because it works.
It's to symbolize the beginning of the new Disney Empire. As they begin Phase 4 and how they own everything.
Clown Empire.
Please,
So, bottom line, it's like a fucking fan remake with a big budget and bad decisions.
Okay then.
Cool.
Well, none of these.
Just watch the
remakes-
original, goddammit.
None of these remakes will be getting a dime of my money, so.
I mean, listen, that reminds me, let's get into this. I got a couple of things to do.
Go ahead.
Okay,
You
great.
shocked me with this one.
Let's start with the remake of Dumbo.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, yeah, we gotta start with that, because, good God, it's just not as good as the original.
I thought you were going to talk about the other one, but okay.
We'll get to the other one, but I just want to mention that I don't hate Dumbo. It wasn't to my interest. I watched about maybe 10 minutes of it, and I really didn't like it at all.
That bad.
Yeah, not a fan of it at all. Just,
Tim Burton,
Yeah.
what has happened to you?
I know. It's like, the people aren't that interesting. At all. They're just kind of boring.
Hmm.
I put it this way: the family didn't like it really that much. So, that's the case. Anyway, let's talk about a good movie here, sort of. Recently I watched the entire original Evil Dead trilogy. All
Your
three
first
of them.
time.
For the first time ever, all 3 movies.
I'm so proud of you, my boy.
In a marathon, and I can tell you my favorite film of the 3. It's Army of Darkness.
That's your favorite of the 3?
Yes.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying. Wow, I thought you would like Evil Dead 2 more.
No, Evil Dead 2, if we're going by just the first 2 films, Evil Dead 2 is the better of the 2,
Because I know I like Evil Dead 2 more.
I don't know, I think...
Even though I love Army of Darkness, yeah.
I like Army of Darkness' story, and I like its humor better than 2. 2 is a very good film. It's a very close second. Like, almost to the point where it's tied with 3.
Well, did you watch the original cut?
The theatrical cut.
The director's cut?
The
bootleg
theatrical
cut?
I only
The
saw...
extra long cut? The TV cut?
I only saw the theatrical cut of Army of Darkness.
Okay, I figured. Because you were telling me
Yeah.
you got the Shout Factory Blu-ray.
Exactly, and I really enjoyed the film, especially Bruce Campbell. He is awesome in that film.
When is Bruce
he's
Campbell
great.
not awesome?
No, that's true. I can't think of a movie where he isn't awesome. But, it's still good to point out that he's, awesome in this film. And, this is the Ash we all know. Obviously, this is part of it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first film, he is barely there. There are times I feel like he's a background character sometimes. And I didn't know that his name was Ashley. I didn't know. Does that mean that Ash Ketchum's name is actually Ashley Ketchup? Sorry, Pokemon fans. I just feel like doing bad jokes again. Anyway,
Kill me.
it was also good to see Ted Raimi without having to be in a costume for the first time.
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Stuck in an old woman's suit, barely able to see in the second film.
Oh, yeah, like the giant fat suit. Yeah.
I gotta say it though, as much as I love Army of Darkness, and I do love the sequence with the mini Ashes, and then one of them climbs into Ash, is inside Ash, and then basically becomes a clone of Ash. While I like that, I'm gonna say it though, the one thing that the third film didn't have was, that scene in the second film?
Yeah.
When everything just starts laughing.
Oh, yeah, like everything in the house just starts laughing.
Everything in the house, and you get that great shot of Bruce Campbell going right up to the camera, hysterically laughing. That scene though is the best of the whole thing, outside of maybe the ending of the theatrical cut of Army of Darkness.
Yeah, I love those films.
I don't.
Fuck the remake.
The first one is okay, but it's not my favorite of the 3. I would probably tie the last 2 films because they're just they're more. I would say they're superior to the first film.
Wait, is the remake the one with that female actress?
Yeah,
that's
I
the
mean,
She was I remember I saw her she was on this TV show called Suburbatory or something like that.
oh yeah.
Mm.
And then I know she was in the Evil Dead remake.
It's one of those remakes where, like, if it was not called Evil Dead, it would be decent, but because it had to be related to something, it's kind of just bad. If you want, like, good continuation of, like, the Evil Dead series, I would just watch Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Yeah, no.
I fucking love that show.
I wish it was still going.
There was supposed to be, like, 2 more seasons, but then Starz was like, no, we pulled the plug because we don't have enough viewers. Well, yeah, because you put it on fucking Starz.
Maybe you should put it on, like, Netflix or HBO.
That's how I watched the first 2 seasons, because it was on Netflix.
Or Showtime. Just any network. Anything but Starz.
Well, I mean, Starz is like the stupid cousin of Showtime and HBO. So.
Fine, so give it back to the superior. Give it to the superior cousins.
Well, I like to think Ash vs. the Evil Dead was on Starz because I like to think Sam Raimi already had a good relationship with them because Starz owned Anchor Bay.
Oh yeah, and they released the first 2.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of success, like
yeah,
people know Showtime and HBO. Nobody cares a fuck about Starz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to quickly mention a random thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
You do realize that Disney now owns the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's random, but yes.
I mean, you know what that means? Dr. Frank Anfurter is now a Disney princess. Finally, his dream. He can now be a man.
Disney owns everything, right?
Disney fucking owns everything. Fucking anything with
wait,
anything.
It gets better. Wait, it gets better. You know what else they own? They own like 4 Elvis Presley movies now.
Oh, please tell me they don't own Kissing Cousins.
They don't. That honor goes to Warner Brothers.
That's such a weird title.
Incest at Warner Brothers, everybody! Woo!
Well, it has like nothing to do with that. It's just
that's the thing, and the song does sort of. It's like Godfather 3.
I read that.
Kissing cousins.
I read that title.
Makes it all right.
I read that title, and I'm like, "Sweet Home Alabama."
Alabama, yeah.
Like,
me too.
But anyway,
no, yeah.
I think I'm assuming you're done, Matt.
Almost. Well, I'm done with my movie review, but I want to talk about one more topic I just thought about.
Right, go ahead, but go ahead.
Essentially, it's more about if you had to cast the genie in that awful Aladdin remake, who would you pick instead of Will Smith?
How about not making the movie at all?
No, you know what? God damn it! Don't do that, okay? That's not what I asked you, and you know it. Rule number 1: you can't say not do it because that just goes against the whole point of the question.
Rule number 2: overrule Matt's rules.
Rule number 3: go fuck yourself. You're overruled twice. And rule number 4: look, all I'm asking is pick a different actor. It doesn't matter. Just anyone you think would be a good genie.
I didn't even see the movies.
Tommy Wiseau all the way.
I was gonna say Jamie Foxx, but you know what? Sure, Tommy Wiseau all the way now.
He could be anything he wants.
Jamie Foxx?
I don't know. He's a better choice than Will Smith.
He's probably like my favorite actor today, but I don't think his voice is one for the genie.
Oh hell no.
No, probably not. You know what? Well, Eddie Murphy isn't doing anything right now, is he?
He's doing stand-up now.
Oh, okay then. Oh, let's talk about that. Let's get into that instead.
Well, give me a second, Matt. I gotta do the OBS thing just to make sure the recording is safe. So let me just stop the recording real quick. All right, we're good. So, I feel like we'll just talk about this one smaller topic real quick, but then go back to a bunch of other bigger topics. So, because it somehow led into it perfectly. There's no excuse now to hold it off for later. So, Eddie Murphy's returning to stand-up. Netflix, him and Netflix had like a $70 million deal. Damn, dude.
I'm excited for that. I'm
gonna be completely honest. I haven't really seen a lot of his original stand-up.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I have a DVD copy in my room somewhere, right here, right on my shelf, of the movie Raw.
Delirious is on Netflix. Raw, I don't think Raw's on Netflix, but Delirious.
No, it's not. But I have a DVD copy of it.
I watched Delirious in high school, and I laughed to fucking tears. It was that goddamn funny.
Well, so did I, Sean. So did I. You know, shock has its value. Eddie Murphy, Raw.
But like, if you need to start off, Jacob, I would start watching Delirious as the first one because that has all the classic jokes in there. And
that's true. And besides,
they all hold up so goddamn well. Like it's timeless stuff.
And then of course I followed up with Raw.
Oh yeah,
because it's a theatrical film, you know.
Raw has the joke about McDonald's burgers and how like mom would say like, "Oh, we have McDonald's burgers at home," and the burgers at home would be nothing like McDonald's. It'd
be this weirdly slapped together thing. My favorite thing is the Nearly Endless about his father and how when they grew up. I'm not gonna explain it. I can't do it. I can't do it justice.
Yeah. Just watch like the other stand-ups, but
watch both of them. Watch them all.
It's just
get yourself
one thing that does annoy me though when I watch some of these stand-ups on Netflix is like when like say like the comedian will like do a joke that like rides the line maybe, and then you hear the crowd, they're like, "Ooh." It's just and like even the comedian will acknowledge like how soft these people are. Like, you can't take a joke.
Yeah,
this is never gonna pop up at all in this at all.
Eddie Murphy stand-ups are never like that. Like, and that's I think what makes him so great is no matter what he fucking says, he finds a way to make it so funny that everybody just laughs collectively.
And people know what they're going into. They know what they're going to get. You know, they're not stupid.
Yeah.
They know they're coming for a good time, and they're gonna get a good time.
Right, exactly.
Pure and simple.
Well,
it's not like his movies. His movies are a bit of a mixed bag sometimes. I love his movies, but sometimes they can be messy.
Yeah, sometimes you get a daddy daycare in there, right?
Sometimes you get hamster rape in Nutty Professor 2.
Oh.
I know, it's very dark, but that's what happens! That's what's implied!
I kind of wanted to forget about that, so thanks.
Hey, I didn't know that. You should have said, hey, remember that random thing in Nutty Professor 2 that I don't want to say out loud? Don't ever say it again. You could have told me ahead of time, and we would have avoided this whole traumatic situation.
Jesus.
Now I have to pay. Now I have to go into witness protection. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, I guess Netflix just did what they did to Dave Chappelle. They just kept throwing money at him until he said, "Fuck it, I'll come back."
Give it to me. I can say whatever I want. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much the exact thing with Dave Chappelle that he even said. He was like, been gone for like 20 years almost.
Yeah, some crazy long time.
And then
10 years, I think.
And Netflix just like, here, you want a lot of money? And then he's like, fuck it.
Netflix is actually doing pretty shit right now, from what I hear. Like,
what they do? What's wrong with them?
Apparently, they lost so many subscribers that their stock prices went down, and they lost like a couple millions of dollars.
Wait, how'd they lose?
Well, I think I know the real explanation. I feel like I know a lot of people on the drink liberal tears crowd. They're like, ooh, get woke, go broke, but that's not it. It's mainly a bit just because they've been raising the prices so fast.
That's exactly what I always thought it was. Yeah,
it's like a few months, about a year ago, it was pretty much $15 cheaper, and then every 3 months they were boosting the amount that it would cost for the subscription.
God, I remember when
you're gonna lose people when it's that expensive.
I remember when the streaming service started. We've had Netflix since the DVD era, and I believe Netflix DVDs still exist. Actually, no. Why am I saying that? I'm using it. But damn, yeah, it's been getting crazy, the prices, especially for the 4K stuff. You want to utilize your 4K TV? Well, too fucking bad.
Well, I also think it's because they want to make more original shit, and making original shit costs more than just buying rights.
Well,
so
and the lowest plan only goes up to 480p. So watching 480p content, watching 4K content, downscaled to 480p, and then upscaled back up to a 4K TV. Doesn't look that pretty.
Yeah. And actually, that is one thing I will give Netflix credit for. At least they're fucking funding original ideas as opposed to the man with two big mouse ears. So.
Oh yeah, what was that show? Was it Emma Stone? Was it Emma Stone and
Well, that was a mini series.
Yeah, but
I know what you're talking about with Jonah Hill, right?
yes, still though, like even if it was just like a miniseries, it was so
Yeah.
fucking original, so good. But almost everybody who I knew watched it. They were all like, "What the fuck?"
I'm sure, but you know what?
Fucking normies. Anyway.
That's all right, man.
Well, I guess we should probably just go to the bigger topics since this is kind of just like our burden at this point. Marvel news.
Wow, you make it sound like it's really a chore and a real struggle.
It's
Oh wait, what? What happened?
What happened? We're talking about Marvel again? Yeah.
Marvel.
I guess
Well-
I get the feeling you guys have a
well,
love-hate relationship with the company.
it's a love-hate. So
That's what I said, yeah.
they announced a bunch of upcoming movie and TV shows. Now, Doctor Strange is getting a sequel.
That's good.
Blade being put into the MCU, which I actually kind of interested in.
I actually like that.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
especially because Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
He's Blade?
I
alright.
I heard his name. I heard Blade, and I was like, he's
Okay.
Blade.
Two things on that. One, I love the actor they chose, and two, that's something that could actually use a remake because the originals were not that like good. Like
they were like entertaining garbage.
yeah, exactly. They were like goofy action movies, but like it wasn't really taken serious. But I think with a new vision and more serious take, it could work way
And
better.
without an actor who's
Well-
like, okay, you gotta call me Blade now.
Now, since Disney owns Fox, I feel like there's a little more freedom with what they can do. So, like, I feel like with Blade, they should just go straight hard R.
Oh yeah, well that was the spirit of the original, which I love too, and the comic.
Yeah,
It's like
like,
a really R-rated hero.
You can't limit something like that without it suffering. So, I would Disney utilize Fox, please.
Yes, please.
Don't downgrade them. Don't.
I don't want to have to see
This
a
guy
fucking...
uses a fucking sword for fuck's sake. I don't want to see him slashing at people and water's coming out.
like
right?
black blood is coming
Guys,
out, like
listen,
fucking World
look.
War Z.
Yeah.
Disney,
Exactly.
there's a reason you have other companies. You can put anything out with these other companies.
Well, I guess there's a bunch of other bigger stuff that was released or announced. I guess the Eternals was announced. I don't know what the fuck the Eternals is, so I don't care.
Ooh, that's good.
Is that the one that they cast Angelina Jolie?
I guess yeah.
Cool.
And then there's Thor 4. And while it isn't in Phase 4, I believe they did confirm like Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2.
That's alright.
Really, the only ones I do kind of want to see is Blade, Guardians, because I love Guardians no matter what.
I want to see Blade. I want to see Guardians, and I wouldn't mind seeing Thor, and I would like to see Black Panther.
And
I like the first one.
This new Doctor Strange movie is supposedly a horror movie,
Wow. Okay then.
so I kind of would want to see what they do with that. Hopefully, it's just not some like pussified like garbage, but yeah.
Well, expect what you want,
Honestly,
basically.
man, the only I was just thinking, man. Like I still haven't seen Far From Home, and I just can't bring myself to see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously? You seriously can't do that?
Well, it's not. It's
Yeah,
it's,
man.
I
It's just like I
see
feel
what
like
he's coming from. It's not like he's against seeing it. It's just he just doesn't.
No,
he
no,
can't
no.
bring himself to it. Like
Okay, no,
no, it's not like I don't want to. It's just like I feel like I don't need to. If you get what I'm saying there,
Yeah,
like
I get more now that you've
that's basic.
Yeah.
it's the whole Endgame thing.
That's something I didn't say in the review. I don't think I didn't need to see it, but I liked it enough. Like
I didn't even. Look, I don't need to see the movies. I just went to see it because I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see all the other Marvel movies because I like the Marvel characters more than the DC characters, even though I like some of the DC characters.
well, it's like I like the DC characters, but they fucked them up so much I can't even take them seriously.
That's
anymore.
part of it. It's like, you know.
Even though I actually think Aquaman was a decent movie.
I liked Aquaman. It's a good time. I really liked it. Batman v Superman could have been better. Anyway, any other topics to talk about?
Well, since we're on Marvel, even though it's not really big news, this is... Well, actually, no, I guess it kind of is, because Endgame surpassed Avatar?
Oh yeah, finally, Disney surpassed itself.
Disney patting itself on the back.
Good job, Disney! You surpassed yourself, boys. You did it.
Well, like
You
even
and Anthony Russo looking at you like, did they couldn't have waited to buy Fox till after they
I saw
surpassed?
a bunch of memes on James Cameron because James Cameron said something like, "I think there's a lot of superhero fatigue and stuff like that." You know, stuff like, you know, any.
Okay,
director
can we
would say.
talk about that too? The superhero fatigue thing?
It's true.
Because like I saw
is
there
true.
was like one of the I know I hate bringing up Reddit so much, but like I saw there was a Reddit post where like it was only up for like 2 hours and it already had like 20,000 like upvotes, and it was
I feel like
basically
I know
like
what you're talking about.
it was basically saying, can Marvel just take a fucking break for 10 years? Because like they're saying like at this rate
Yes.
that they're pushing out so much fucking superhero shit that it's
Well,
like it's like destined to implode on itself, just like the Western.
like
I feel exactly that way. Like
That's
that's just like
exactly
what I
it.
said. I don't feel like I needed to see Spider-Man, mainly because after Endgame I was done, and that was already like a perfect end. But also, it's just like there's so much fucking movies of this crap, and they all feel the same.
The thing
So
I would say, and this is not like a rebuttal, but it's just more like an add to it. Audiences now are way different than they were like in the '60s. So like people actually, when they got tired of seeing westerns, they didn't see them anymore. And then Hollywood was like, "Oh fuck, what do we do?" Now, since our cultural landscape has changed so much, the Marvel's not gonna end for like another fucking 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
the internet is a big factor. Like yeah.
Yeah, and the like hype culture, fan culture, and all that. Like,
Yeah, and like people
That's
like
always
forming
been
their like fan
big
groups
part.
online.
what I'm saying, Matt, though, is it was never as intense as it was back then, and
Yeah,
that's because the
probably.
internet didn't exist. So,
Tell it to Michael Keaton and all the letters he got
yeah, like,
complaining about him being Batman.
yeah, like
Trust me,
people
it
complained to shit about that, but then he came out to be a great Batman, and everybody was like, "Oh." But
Yeah.
like that was 1989. Like imagine that now. Like it's kind of like the same thing that's happening with like Robert Pattinson. I
He
like to
doesn't really
think.
deserve it, man. Give him a shot, everybody. Come on.
Like people are just hating before they even see what this
It's
actor
like,
can
guys, did you ever think for a minute that maybe Robert Pattinson is an actor who can play many different characters
Like-
and has actually been in good movies before?
Yes, we get it. He was Glitter Boy, but Jesus Christ, that was 10 years
I don't
ago.
even hate Glitter Boy anymore. I used to make fun of those movies. Now I don't even care. I'll watch them and have a good time.
They're
Don't like
honestly
them,
they're
but-
like those are like my guilty pleasure movies.
Here's the thing. Honestly, there's so many things I can mention.
Well, the
but
reason
I-
people people hated those movies so much was because it was like the audience was just full of like 14-year-old emo chicks.
That was probably Sean. Listen, there's only one reason I will watch the fourth film. His name is Rami Malek. That's an exaggeration, but he's in one of the Twilight films.
He's
I
like one of the
didn't even know that.
coolest. He's like has one of the coolest powers in that movie too.
Yeah, so honestly, it's worth it just for him. That's the only reason I couldn't even stomach the Old Boy remake. He's in that too.
Oh God.
That poor man. Hey,
What?
listen, he got his Oscar though. That's all that matters.
Well, I feel like we should just transition here, unless there's more you want to add to this whole superhero fatigue thing, because I feel like
Well, I mean,
I feel like I'm
just sick of
repeating
it, bro.
myself.
Well, like I
I
know,
feel like-
well, cause like I know we started our channel like kind of late in phase 3, but like you could even go back to then. Like in those reviews, I always said like I'm getting sick of like all these movies feeling the same, and
You've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, well,
and-
like-
yes, it's just like,
To me, it's just
how
like
much
Endgame
how
was like
longer
the
can
end.
this go?
Like
Maybe
to
this
me,
time stop.
okay, I kind of compare it to video games. Avengers Endgame is the end, but the rest is just a bunch of DLC you don't have to buy.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It's
do
like
think y'all
Skyrim
should-
after you already saved the world. No, it's just.
It's like if Disney,
yeah.
it's like if Disney bought out EA and we're like, we like this method you have of distributing.
I mean, it's like playing.
No, EA would
Spider-Man
be
PS4.
like, EA would be like, you're in the theater, 10 minutes of the movie plays, $20 for the rest of the movie.
They give you like a credit card reader on like the side of the
Yeah,
seat.
exactly. Yeah, the
Listen,
seat.
if you
gotta
pay
log-
$30,
Yeah, exactly.
we'll give you 10 free minutes of the second film.
We,
We'll give you an advantage.
we accept Apple Pay, PayPal, Google Pay,
We'll
Bitcoin.
even take the money out of your wallet. Just give us your money.
If you like what you are seeing, make sure to leave a like. If you want more content, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates. Thank you very much, and enjoy.
Look, Marvel should take a break. Just a small break, just to kind of give people a chance to breathe after
Well, like-
Endgame and after all that. That's the way to go.
That's the
Just
set.
give people
That's
some time
that's.
to let this massive moment, sink in. Because if they don't do that, it won't matter at all in the end.
That's the sad thing, though, because with internet culture and all that, like they're taking 1 year off of releasing movies, but like they're still talking about them. Like I don't really want to. I don't.
so-
Wait, 1 year
wait,
off. I
wait,
thought she
wait.
was coming out next year.
No, like
Wait,
Spider-Man.
did Disney announce all of these things, or is this just like a bunch of people just announcing it for them?
Disney announced all of it.
Of course.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was like Comic-Con, man.
Oh god, I didn't know that.
I was keeping an eye on that the whole time.
I'm just gonna. Okay, well anyway,
But like,
all I'm saying is I wish they would take a break just so we don't get this fatigue. Just so it doesn't end up.
just
becoming
give
like
it a
the
couple
Western.
years, not even just a year. Just give it a couple years because I'm not like
Give
even
it 3 years.
even as a consumer, like I'm saying it from a consumer standpoint, like all these TV shows and coming out, all these
don't do
movies,
TV shows. There's no point.
I'm confused.
Like Disney, listen. Not everybody liked the Defenders or Iron Fist or
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger. Didn't even hear of it. I didn't hate Iron Fist. Defenders was okay. I like the
Okay,
character
well,
Luke
wait,
Cage.
I will say one thing, okay, though. Like,
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind this as much if all the movies didn't feel the same.
Exactly.
I can see
So-
what you mean.
So, like, if we got more, like new... If we got more, like, interesting stuff, like the Daredevil TV series, or, like, even, like, what the Russo brothers and James Gunn do, like, if we got more stuff like that, then
Yeah,
I wouldn't
'cause-
mind this, but, like,
Honestly,
for every James Gunn Marvel movie, for every Russo Brothers movie, there's like 10 that are all just like fives, like just mediocre, like okay.
I mean, you know what I think? Let the directors, with their own unique style, direct their film.
So that's
Let
like
them
what
tell
I'm
their
saying.
story.
Yeah,
since
because
they all-
like
here's the
I
thing.
think of Ant-Man. I think of Ant-Man. That's a prime example.
What? The two ones that come to mind are Ant-Man and Black Panther. Like if Ryan Coogler and Edgar Wright were allowed to actually do what they are paid to do and not like be run like machines, like
Be our slave.
yeah, exactly. Then I think Black Panther and Ant-Man would have been way better. But Disney wants to put their hand in everything. And
Slave.
Disney
Be
should just
our
have
slave.
faith in their directors that they pick.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at what they did. Look at what the Russo brothers have made. Look at what, you mentioned somebody else.
James Gunn.
James Gunn. Sorry, James Gunn. But yeah, James Gunn. Look at what they've done.
They like the
If you-
reason
if
why
you
I
can
love the
trust
Guardians
them-
film. The reasons why I love the Guardians film so much is because they feel so fresh.
With the
Like,
Guardians films, the best thing about the Guardians films is they're not really connected with the MCU that much.
Yeah, and that's
know,
why I think they
even
did
Black
give them more
Panther
freedom
wasn't.
there.
No, Black Panther wasn't for the most part. I mean, it had connections to Civil War, obviously, but that was really it. We didn't get set up for Endgame. We didn't get a teaser for that, and I don't know if they're really going to do anything like that. If they're going to have a Thanos in the next bunch of phases.
well, I'm assuming they had to. My
If they do,
my
at
friend
least
says.
allow some freedom. At least allow some side films that have nothing to do with that.
But the thing is, here's the thing. Like, with Thanos was so iconic. Thanos was so well written. He was so well prepared for it. Everybody just was expecting something huge with him. And it was huge. And everybody loved him. And
All my argument is
meme culture helped that. But if, even
Look,
then.
I just want. Do you know what they should do? Listen, guys, copy DC. Do Elseworld stories. The Marvel version of that. What I mean is do something like what Warner Brothers is doing with Joker, right?
Oh,
Separate side films that don't really connect
I
to the
wouldn't
bigger
mind that.
universe.
I wouldn't mind that
That's
at
what
all.
they can do. They can do anything. They can do Spider-Man Noir. They can do Spider-Man Reign. They can do that one. They can do a different version of Old Man Logan where Hulk has incest with his cousin or something. I don't know why I keep bringing up incest. I do not. Maybe it's because I like to point at it.
Because you're still thinking about the greatest Elvis movie ever made, Kissing Cousins,
Yes.
right?
That's it. I'm thinking about Godfather 3 now, actually.
Oh no.
I'm thinking about my edit in Toy Story 4 that put that Elvis song with
Francis
that.
Ford, you creepy fuck. Stop looking at your daughter like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Want to watch a good movie with Andy Garcia in the 90s? It's called Black Rain.
Well, I feel like we're probably going a little crazy.
Too far?
on
Oh,
Marvel,
yeah.
But
So yeah, TLDR. I'm sick of all these fucking movies. They all feel the same. But if they were to actually trust their directors and take risks, then I wouldn't mind it as much.
I'm gonna repeat
hang on.
myself.
TLDR. Quote Samuel L. Jackson. Enough is enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Honestly, all I'm gonna say is, Disney, trust your directors, do some side stories that have nothing to do with the universe, and just, yeah, there you go. Give yourself some rest. Give yourself like 5 years off to do nothing and do other movies. Stop remaking your classics. Dumbo is boring. Okay, I love Tim Burton. I liked his movies, but I do not like Dumbo. I want to see the original. I want to see new films. And here's the thing: there really is nothing original left. Because you can look at a film that seems original and go to a different film that has a similar plot element or a similar different element and device or something. But at least don't do a direct remake of something. What's next? Are you gonna remake Peter Pan?
It's just
Probably.
It's
They're gonna remake Pinocchio. Remember the last time there was a live action Pinocchio? We had a 40-year-old man pretending to be a little boy. I have that movie.
Man,
I have that movie.
it's what Disney likes to call the circle of consumerism.
Disney, this is a very friendly message. Please.
It doesn't roll off the tongue like Circle of Life, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Be original, Disney. Do something
See,
different. You
honestly,
don't even have to stop
the only-
remaking your movies. Just throw in some original stuff. That'd be
The-
nice.
The only things from Disney I'm looking forward to is Blade and that Mandalorian show with Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm.
I keep forgetting that's. Is it bad that I keep forgetting that that's being made?
Yeah.
It's
no,
like
not really.
I don't hear much about it. Like nothing major comes out of
I'm
that.
actually surprised. Well, actually, they'll probably have something at like Star Wars Celebration
Well, yeah, they always do. They want to get those fanboys, excited.
because they kind of keep Comic-Con for Marvel. So
They want to get those 40-year-old Star Wars
Alright, well,
fanboys excited.
yeah, the Star Wars crowd.
I just want to mention one other movie.
Insert Mike
that has nothing to do with-
Stokowska joke here, but anyway.
I'm
ahead,
just
Matt.
going to mention this random movie that's happening. Another pointless sequel's coming out. Are you ready for Coming to America?
Fine with that.
Huh?
Oh, you know what? Eddie Murphy's back in movies. Even if it's bad like shit. But I'm just glad to see him.
I mean, he's doing another movie. He's doing a different movie called Dolomite is My Name.
He did a dramatic role, actually. It was pretty fucking good. But anyway, I feel like...
Eddie Murphy's a good dramatic actor,
Wait,
I
Matt,
wish he did more dramas.
Matt, guys, real quick, let me just do another break so OBS doesn't freak out, because we were talking about that for like 25 fucking minutes.
I'll give it a rest.
Is there anything else though?
Well, there's just a couple.
Yeah, not too much.
Hang on. Quiet for a second so I can start fresh, since I just started. Well, there's a couple more things to talk about.
Cool.
Nothing major, just, little leftover things that I could
Yeah,
find.
because I really rambled for a long time on that last one.
The internet was fucking, dead with movie news. Well, do you guys want to talk about a couple trailers?
Sure, I love trailers.
Or
Trailers, right?
Trailers, right.
You could list them off, and the ones you guys seen, you talk about, and I've only seen 2 of them, so.
Okay, cool.
Here's the ones that I knew came out during Comic-Con, and one of them I think was today. Well, there's It Chapter 2, there's The Witcher, there's Harriet, or is it Harriet or Tubman?
It's Harriet.
Okay. Sorry. There's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. There's the new Top Gun movie, the Cats trailer, and the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
He's excited.
So what do you think of a Jay and Silent Bob reboot? Who's this guy doing it? Kevin Smith? Kevin fucking Smith? You're so fucking clever.
I feel like I
Kevin
keep confusing the Jay and Silent Bob reboot with the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure reboot or whatever.
That I'm actually kind of
Face the Music.
Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
I'm okay with that one, only because I like Keanu Reeves, but
Me too. And anyway,
bogus.
Anyway. Here are my thoughts on the Jay and Silent Bob reboot trailer. I was hoping for better.
Garbage.
I was really hoping for better.
I didn't see it, but I always felt that Jay and Silent Bob kind of worked better as the side characters in Clerks.
Well, here's the thing. Jay and Silent Bob did have their own movie, and it was not great, but it was funny. It was just like a nice whatever movie.
Sean, it had more stay in the time. You shut your mouth for right now.
But the thing is, ever since that movie, Kevin Smith is just a fucking shill, and he can't. Here's the thing. I used to actually think he was like a good filmmaker, but then he started doing all this crap, and he can't seem to take criticism at all. No matter what.
This is the man.
I was gonna say, I know you're a fan of Kevin Smith's films, and I was gonna say,
his early
what's your
stuff.
opinion on what I said though, that I feel like Jay and Silent Bob worked as better as side characters.
I would agree.
They do.
And even,
They do.
I mean, especially in movies, especially in Dogma. I love Dogma.
Well, they weren't even really that funny per se.
No, but we worked better in the side.
Well, the thing is, if you watch Clerks, it kind of felt like they were only meant to be just like a one-off thing. They weren't supposed to come back, but then Kevin saw how
then they brought them back in Clerks 2. Yeah.
No, they've been in every single movie.
Clerks 2 just came way after all the other movies.
Okay.
Oh my god, came out in 2006?
Wait, so you're saying after Clerks 1, it was this one-off joke with these 2 weird characters, and then they were really funny guys, so he decided to put them in all of his movies.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because his second film, Mallrats, was a prequel to Clerks, and they were in that as side characters. And then there was fucking Chasing Amy, his one dramatic movie, which was actually decent.
Yeah.
And it was on Criterion, actually. They were in that for a scene or two. They were in Jay and Silent Bob, of course, their own movie. They were in Clerks 2.
Yeah.
They were in Dogma, of course. They're better as side characters, but not in every movie. But anyway, I feel like I'm going on too long about Jay and Silent Bob now.
Alright, next trailer.
Well, I guess I'll talk about this one. Oh god, cats.
Sean, did you forget that we have a video that gives a reaction
that
to
never
the
came
movie?
out?
It did. I thought.
Shh.
We can.
Stay
we
woke.
We have a final edit, man. Put it out.
You're not getting the joke.
You're right. I don't.
You're not getting it.
I'm not getting it. It doesn't exist. God damn it! It doesn't exist.
So,
Oi.
Well, I pretty much said what I had to say. Let me get to a real trailer, a good movie. Well, what looks like a decent movie. Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise is back, everybody.
I didn't actually see the first Top Gun until I was in a.
Oh my god, it's Tom Cruise and he's got shades again.
Yeah, well,
remember Danger Zone?
They didn't have that in the trailer. I was so angry. I was
I
waiting
heard
for
Danger
it too.
Zone and I clapped.
Like, how
I
could you
would-
do Top Gun without Danger Zone?
It'll be in the movie. It'll be a surprise for the movie for the ending.
I'm not against them making a new Top Gun, but I'm also just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But like,
I'll see it.
that trailer
you know.
actually made it look pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what else I noticed? There was no Val Kilmer.
well, yeah. But the Val Kilmer's career
Val-
is like whatever.
Poor Val Kilmer.
Like,
That's not even the reason, I don't think.
Val
I think it has to
Kilmer
do
went from all the way up there to all the way down.
well, it's gonna be interesting watching this movie not from like a nostalgic perspective because I didn't actually see Top Gun well until I was like well into adulthood.
I've barely seen it too.
I saw it when I like maybe like a year or two ago because like I always knew about it. I always like knew what the plot was and all that, but I never actually sat down and watched it. So I had like no nostalgic ties watching this trailer, and you know what? Fuck it, why not? I don't give a shit anymore. Merry Christmas. you
Yeah,
filthy animals.
Hollywood's really looking for anything to remake or reboot, whatever.
Fuck it, right? Anything originals and indie films, and when both
I know, yeah.
and a lot of indie films are like some of them are pretty pretentious, but anyway.
Well,
Well, I mean, indie's a mixed bag. You get pretentious people who think they have an IQ of 300, and then you get an actual good film once in a while.
mhm.
But I prefer that over here's the same thing again.
All I'm gonna say is
Yeah,
that,
for every pretentious under the skin, you get a whiplash. So
Oh yeah.
there's that. With
yeah, Whiplash was good.
For every well, I didn't watch it yet, but I'm starting to think it might just be The Wicker Man. I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about Midsummer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Midsummer.
I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about it. So
I didn't see it. I wanted to.
even
All
though
I'm gonna say is
I
But
haven't
I've been broke as shit this summer. So
seen the movie yet, I'm gonna make this joke. For every Midsummer, you get a Hereditary. But anyway,
well, I mean, I've been broke too, Jacob, because I mean, I've been busy with other stuff. I'm working on other projects lately.
I guess now we're just talking about our financial situation.
Yes, that's right. We can talk about the fact that I
Alright,
filed for
yeah.
Chapter 11 bankruptcy, boys. I did it. Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Alright, next
Finally, I
trailer.
did it. I'm just good with money.
Jacob, I feel like you should talk about the next one. You're more
I'm in the
qualified
red.
than I am.
Wait, what's the next one?
The Witcher.
Yeah.
Oh, The Witcher. It looks good. I don't know, like with I guess with the disappointing final season of Game of Thrones, it's kind of gonna be cool to get some sort of new fantasy adult series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of the games. I will admit I didn't play the first one. I've only played the second and third, but
I'm
I
also
love the lore and stuff.
They're based
It's
off
just
books,
really,
right?
yeah, based on Polish books.
Oh, they're
and
Polish
then-
books, my native country. Anyway,
Yeah.
The series is based on
my
the
native
books,
blood.
too. Like it's not based on the games, based on the books,
It's based on the books.
which is cool.
Give me some pierogies, motherfuckers.
But
I mean-
one thing that does annoy me though is a lot of the people behind the show. They're saying they're trying to ignore the games and stuff. And they're like, oh, we're not gonna think about the games at all. And then I'm just thinking to myself, okay, I can understand you want to do your own thing, but you do know that this show probably never gets made without the success of the games, right?
That's true.
pretty much.
So,
I will say this: I'm glad that Henry Cavill's in it because I really wish he would. I really wish he was still Superman.
Okay,
yeah, he's a really good actor.
this is gonna sound like an old man moment, but when I watched that trailer and I saw him, I didn't even realize it was Henry Cavill until someone told me it was Henry Cavill.
Really?
I
Okay.
was like, it was like an old man, like I had dementia moment. I was like, wait, what? I
Yeah, I'm sure I've had that happen at some point.
was like, that's Henry Cavill. Like,
I know it's like the same guy who played Superman.
I love you, no mustache man.
But yeah,
Man.
I hope it's good because a lot of the Netflix original shows they're hit or miss.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good Netflix shows, and then there's a lot of really bad Netflix shows.
And then there's movies like Kissing Booth.
Like, just remember that both Narcos and 13 Reasons Why are Netflix originals. just to give you the spectrum of quality.
Netflix is the reason
13
why we
reasons.
have action.
13 reasons why I want to cancel my Netflix.
Death Note was also Netflix.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, just
Wasn't there also though that there was that Mahershala Ali movie. I forget. what
Oh
it's called.
fuck.
That
What
was really
movie?
good. Fuck.
well, that's good.
That
It's
was that was good. I remember that. I forget what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
It's like about like this young like African kid. He like grew up in like a really impoverished place in Africa, and like,
Yeah.
you get to follow his story. It's really good, but
Watch
It's
it,
like, yeah.
goddammit. Anyway.
for every Death Note you get that, and for every 13 Reasons Why you get Narcos. So
Yeah. So
That's true.
there's a couple just more big trailers. There's like 3 more here. Well, there's the Watchmen trailer.
Looks impressive.
um,
I like that it's not just based on the comics.
I'm
I like that
questioning
it's
a
its own
lot,
thing.
and that questioning is good. So I want to
It's
see
not the
those
bad kind of
questions.
question.
that's like I'm with Matt. That's one of my favorite things that I found out about this show. That it's like it takes place like after the Zack Snyder movie, pretty much. Where it's
Which-
like
Yeah.
Rorschach's journal has gotten out into the media and stuff, and you got all these crazy Rorschach cult fanatics.
It's like their
And-
Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's it's Rorschach's the Anton. Is it Anton Levy? That wrote the Satanic Bible.
Mm.
Mm.
He's the Anton of our generation. Rorschach all the way.
But yeah, the first trailer had me sold on the show.
Oh hell yeah!
Second trailer was
So-
good too. I liked the use of David Bowie, and it wasn't like some shitty cover of a Bowie song, which is
Oh god, I hate when trailers use shitty
I hated when they
covers.
covered heroes that cover heroes for the Justice League trailer.
You
I do.
spin
Oh,
me right
Lord.
around.
Also for that song Heroes, there's like a shitty cover of Heroes for a Game of Thrones trailer back then. It was like it was for like season 5 or something. Just look it up. It's a really shitty Heroes cover.
I'm gonna have to look
And
that
I
up
love
later.
the song. I love the original song. You
Well,
know, I love a lot of Bowie's mid '70s and late '70s work as much as his early stuff.
well, this was pretty quick, but Watchmen, I can't wait to watch it. I
Yeah.
can't wait to.
Wait, did you say it yet?
No,
We'll
I
get
was
to
actually
it.
going to lead it.
Oh.
I was going to lead into that.
You are?
So, yes, because I can.
Wait, does it mean you're scared of clowns too?
No, actually, I think
Ronald McDonald haunts my nightmares.
clowns make me laugh.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I understand why some people be afraid of clowns, but still. Speaking of scary clowns, even though everyone knows what's coming up now, It Chapter 2.
I mean, if they can somehow, because I never found it to be that good of a story to begin with. Like,
Okay.
Book-wise, movie-wise, I don't know. Like, it's a little too big for its own liking as a story,
Yeah, well-
as like a whole story. But like,
Mhm.
if the adult parts, no matter what, this is pretty common. So, but I kind of agree with this.
Mm.
The adult parts in it were always the most boring parts. So if they somehow find a way to make the adult parts, which is what this whole movie is,
Yeah.
incredibly interesting, then they will get so much praise from me if they somehow find a way to do that. Because
Well, I mean, with the first remake, what was it 2017?
yeah,
Yeah.
27
Like,
years after the
Actually, no, I'm
1990.
gonna say it again. Like, remake movies that need remakes. Don't remake classics, you dummies.
Yeah.
Like the TV movie could use a remake, and they actually did a pretty good job. But anyways,
I thought so.
the 2017 remake for me, I think the best part of that movie is the script,
Yeah.
and the worst part of the movie is the actual scares.
It was that
So-
typical jump scare shit. I'd rather them, but just that this new trailer, like really, I was just like, ooh, it's all atmospheric and stuff. There was no like jump scares.
Oh wow, I
in the
guess we're gonna
trailers at
disagree
all.
on this trailer.
And there were a couple jump scares, but I mean, like,
Well, it didn't. Well,
Me-
it wasn't. It wasn't noticeable. I guess.
here's the thing. as long as they have a lot more atmospheric scares and maybe a couple of genuine jump scares.
Right, because atmosphere scares me more than just
and even
quiet.
As long as they do it right, it'll be great. Because like, maybe it was deliberate artistic choice. Maybe they thought, okay, part 1 is about the kids, so let's have a bunch of jump scares for that. Now part 2, we're going to be a little more sophisticated and a little more thought out. Because now instead of dealing with kids, we're dealing with adults here, and they're not as easy to scare as kids.
I guess I'm gonna disagree with you guys on this trailer.
Fair enough.
So like, the first trailer they released for It 2, I thought was amazing. Even though it wasn't really a trailer, it was kind of just like like half a scene.
Well,
but
yeah, it was like him as the old lady. I like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
really
good.
good. But like for this, I'm like, I don't really like it that much because it kind of like, instead of selling it as a horror movie, it looks like more like an epic, like like they're making it like boom, boom,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Inception music and like people running fast cuts.
Or as I like to call it, the lazy Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, exactly. It was like it was. I don't know why it was. They're going with this marketing angle of like selling it as like a big epic blockbuster thing.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it's just a horror movie.
I agree with you completely. I was talking about it more from like the movie standpoint. Like I'm hoping the movie isn't just relying on jump scares and all that. But I mean, like in terms of like, yeah, this marketing is kind of.
Well, I mean, the first thing I liked, like the little half scene they showed with Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, like that was great.
That was good.
But I guess that's
All
it
right,
on it.
let's move on to the next trailer.
Well, there's
I'm
one.
looking forward to it because I enjoy the
I
writing.
enjoyed the first film.
I enjoy the writing in the first film.
I enjoyed
don't
the first
enjoy
film,
the
too.
scares in the first film. 'Cause
Scares
they're
were
all
okay. They could have
contrived.
been better.
Well, let's talk about just one more trailer because we
got two.
We're almost 20 minutes into just talking about the goddamn trailers.
Fine. Let's just can I at least combine the two I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
They're both biopics about totally different subjects. One is a movie called Harriet. It's about Harriet Tubman. I just heard about it today. It looks like a big epic, and I like that. And I like the person they cast. She was in Bad Times at the El Royale. She was really good in that movie, and she looks really good in this movie too. It just looks a really good retelling of the life of Harriet Tubman. It's about Harriet Tubman. You know, what? The other one? It's what?
What was the other one?
I'm getting to the other one now.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. It's a movie about a man who interviewed Fred Rogers and how that changed his life, and I really like it. Tom Hanks is really good as Fred Rogers. It looks like a really good movie. I really want to see it. I don't want to see Sonic. And I know it's not coming out in November anymore, but even if it was coming out in November, I wouldn't allow any of you to see it. I would fight to see this one.
But I like to be drunk and happy and bad.
Well, I'm not allowing that anymore. I don't want to see Sonic. I flat out refuse to see
Public
Sonic.
intoxication is totally acceptable. If
Sean,
you're
we're
seeing
not
the
going
Sonic
to review Sonic, just so you know. I don't want to review Sonic. I don't. It's garbage. Not the good kind either. I just don't want to do it. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Did you want to say anything about these two trailers or two movies, Sean?
Well, I haven't seen the Tubman trailer, so I don't know what to say about that. But A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Tom Hanks is like, I'm really starting to think like he's that kind of actor where I just swear to God he can play anybody he wants.
Oh, I think Tom Hanks, he's like played like 10 real people.
Yeah, like even
yeah.
even if he doesn't really look like him, I just don't give a shit because he's just that good. He's that immersed in the role to the point where you become immersed immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Well, I got quick thoughts, I guess.
Yeah.
The neighborhood thing. Tom Hanks, yeah, whoopoo. Tom Hanks, a good actor. On the Tubman thing. All right, this might be minorly controversial, but all right. Harriet Tubman is like a fantastic historical figure that I think they should have made a film about a long time ago. But I don't know. I feel like, I feel so wrong. But like, it's just like, I feel like all these movies about slavery are all the same, and they're all just gonna make you feel depressed by the end. I don't know. Like, there's just gonna be evil white people, and then I don't know. It just I don't know.
Let's hope that is the case.
It's just like they're all fucked up. They all are obviously horrible and terrible, but not in quality. But I
Everything
mean,
is fucked.
not in terms of quality. I mean, in terms of like how they're gonna make you feel. So like, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like I've seen one slavery movie. I've seen them all. Like, it's obviously a terrible thing that happened, and ah, it's just I don't know how it's gonna feel different or be any different in terms of that aspect, but yeah. And I think like
Yeah.
I think like Snoop Dogg put it best. It's like how many times are you gonna remind us, like how many times are you gonna remind us of all the horrible things that happened during slavery? So
Yeah. I forgot he said that actually. Yeah, I'm trying to remember when he said that, but
I don't know,
do
I'm
Probably
starting
because
to
of the Roots remake. The Roots remake, I think.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I did that. See how memorable it is. I actually, it's like I remind you of it just now.
Rolling down. All right, enough.
so yeah, I don't think that was that controversial, but it was kind of
No, it
hard.
wasn't.
No,
I get what you were saying.
Yeah.
Hopefully other people do. Please
Yes, please
Yeah.
understand that it's
have
just,
an understanding.
it's just gratuitous to me. Like it's rough to watch that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for the trailers.
Yeah. Anything else to talk about?
Well, just these are all so minor. I might as well just add them in there because fuck it. A Simpsons 2 might happen, according to Matt Groening under Disney.
Simpsons 2 movie?
A Simpsons movie 2.
That's
Cool.
fine.
Cool. I like the first
Yeah.
Simpsons.
Wait. Was the first Simpsons movie done by Matt Groening?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was directed by David Silverman, but I think he was like Matt Groening's more of a writer. So.
Yeah. So.
I have to look at the DVD again.
And is he gonna be behind the second one?
Probably.
He's
I would
involved, yeah.
imagine.
I mean, I like the first film. I wouldn't mind seeing a second film.
The first film's fucking hilarious.
Oh no, I love it. I have it on Blu-ray for that reason.
All right, so there's just 2 more here.
Yeah. David Silverman directed Simpsons movie.
Okay. I knew this was happening, but
All right.
you know what?
Here we...
At this point, fuck it. Halloween kills and Halloween ends. Again.
Just let it die. Let it happen. Kill Michael Myers. Let him die.
Back-to-back sequels. One in 2020 and one in 2021. I don't like these titles.
Like Back to the Futures.
But you know what? At this point, fuck it. Who cares? Who fucking cares at this point?
Yep.
I'll just go into the goddamn movie and then just enjoy Michael killing people.
Wait, isn't like Halloween 2? So wait, they retconned pretty much everything after Halloween 1.
They
right?
they retconned everything after Halloween 1. So this is the most confusing timeline. Alright, okay. Give me a second. I'm not gonna take too long. So, there's Halloween 1, 1978. Classic film.
Wait. How could they retcon everything after Halloween 1 if Loomis lived after Halloween 1?
Because they didn't do that part.
I have to watch the 2018 one again. I know there was an explanation in there, but
okay.
Yeah. Loomis died of old age, I think, or something.
Probably.
Basically, it's a direct sequel to the first film.
Well, okay. So
2018.
There's Halloween, then there's Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, which takes place the same night as Halloween 1. But then there's Halloween 3, which has nothing to do with any of the other Halloween movies, because they were trying to make it more of an anthology series, and it failed, because people were like, where the hell is Michael? 4th movie comes out, brings Michael back for some bullshit reason. Then
His
there's
mask
5.
is shit anyway.
Then there's 5, 6, and then they tried to do a reboot. It was called Halloween
H2O.
H2O. It was basically like Halloween 2018, but done in 1998. And it was okay. And then they made a sequel to that. It was horrendous. Forget about it. And then
who beat up Michael Myers in that? I forgot.
it was Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
But
He can't make this shit up. Then Rob Zombie fucked it all up with 2 of his own movies.
right. And then they were like, okay, what the hell did we do? We've done so much with this, and we fucked it up so much. What the hell do we do? And then David Gordon Green and Blumhouse come in, and they're like, okay, we'll do Halloween 2018. It'll just get rid of every single sequel, every single reboot we've fucking done. And it will just be a straight up sequel to the original. It's the second time they've fucking done that. And now it's, instead of calling it like Halloween Returns or something, they fucking called it the same thing as the first movie. So of course, when you put it in the like, even you're categorizing it somewhere, you don't know where the fuck to put it, and then
Oh my god.
fucking
I'm just imagining some kid in the year 2060 just going, hey, my friend, you want to watch Halloween? And then they're like, which Halloween?
Halloween 2018, Halloween 2069, Halloween
Yeah, no,
Halloween
17.
2007.
Exactly. Halloween 2000, whatever. Fucking Christ.
But
You want
like,
to see Rob Zombie's Halloween?
but
Like,
like,
just fucking go in chronological order, Jesus Christ.
so honestly, titles like Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, fuck it, who cares? My shelf is gonna look like a mess anyway. But you know what? Fuck it. If they're actually gonna end the Michael Myers saga, that's pretty ballsy. Even though they've done that a couple times, but they can if they actually go through with it this time.
Quotation end.
Here's the thing. If they end the Michael Myers series, I would actually really like to see them implement that idea of the anthology series again.
But maybe not
To the point where it's a different story every time. Because Halloween 3 had nothing to do with anything. It was just its own thing, and it wasn't a great movie. It was unique because it was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
I think that's what they should do. Just make it an anthology series, and just stick to their guns when
Also,
people complain.
I can't wait to hear John Carpenter's score more.
Yeah, me neither.
I love his
can't
soundtracks.
wait.
I have every single one of his soundtracks. But anyway.
I want to see more of his movies. I mean to watch more of his films.
Well, let's talk about this last topic because it's here.
Uh-huh.
You probably know what Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is, right?
Yep.
Jacob, do you know what
Yeah.
it is?
Nope.
It's a so bad it's good movie, or it's what it's been called. I don't know. I haven't actually watched it. Literally about killer tomatoes. Whatever. It was supposed to be like a bad movie, and it ironically was boring bad, and not funny bad, which is what they were trying to go for, was funny bad. And then they made a sequel to that called Return to the Killer Tomatoes, and it was actually pretty fucking funny. Had George Clooney in his first role, I think. But they're doing a reboot of that. Yes, you heard that right, folks. A reboot of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Just give up. We're done. We're done here, folks.
Jesus Christ, at a certain point, do you ever want to just smoke a bowl and think of a fucking original idea? Jeez.
I
My God.
Bye-bye, folks. I'm gonna go to a different plane of existence now.
Well, I guess. Is there anything else you guys want to talk
There's
about?
nothing else left. We can talk about the Elvis biopic again if you don't mind. They got.
Savannah.
No, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, good idea.
We're going on for a while.
That's a ramble and a half.
Like an hour and a half.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. This has been Some Film Snobs. No, it's not editing. I'm literally just putting this in. It's all raw, man.
Oh yeah. Wait, actually, end this before I ask. Hello, goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.
Goodbye, Jacob. This has been Some Film Snobs. I'm Matt Smith.
I'm Sean Reinert.
I'm Jacob. Bye.
And go fuck yourselves.